Good morning, comrades. Definitely a good morning. It's not raining, it's not snowing, it's a bit windy, so I apologize for that. Actually, at this point, well, yesterday I was not planning to do a vlog today because I still have a couple of vlogs to catch up with. Everything's still stable. The up hasn't moved closer to Tom's car, so I guess that's a good thing, huh? But we have decided that we are going for a walk, and namely to Südschleife. And since it's a historical part of the Nürburgring, I thought I might as well use this opportunity to vlog about it, to tell you more about it, to show it to you how to get there. And yeah, that's it. So let's get going and start today's history lesson on Südschleife. And we are at the Nurburgring Boulevard, and I guess one of the first lessons about the Südschleife is how to get there, because it's still remaining part of the track. Well, slightly in this, it was rebuilt in 1970s and 71, but after they built the GP track in 84, which is GP track over here, they kind of, well, more or less destroyed it. So now it's a part of public road if you go
Directions.
there. Straight. Yeah, but if you go left, you can also get there and take a second right. That's actually fully remaining section of the Südschleife. But since we're going to walk it, we are going to drive a bit further to another part, and this is actually located at the Nürburgring safety driving. So, oh my God, look at that!
Right,
I mean, we're really traveling back in time, people, to check out the Südschleife and also, yeah, that type of stuff. Anyway, you're going past the tunnels and then you turn to the left, and I'm actually very curious what is happening on the left-hand side, because as you can see, there are a lot of temporary construction builders, homes, thingies. So this means, who knows what will get built? Is this going to be a restoration of Südschleife? Is it going to be outdoor kart track? Is it going to be
building mine and Tom's new house? That's what it is.
Oh, wow, balling.
Yeah.
Nice. So you turn in here, and then on the right-hand side there will be a parking lot.
Give us a clutch stick then, Trevor. Yeah, go on, let's hear it.
Yeah, you have a.
Go on.
It's an Audi. That's not Audi steering.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Trevor,
wow.
you're mean.
Oh, you're getting
Oh, Roberto. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, right.
You know the good thing is, this car's got an actual handbrake. Right here.
Yep.
Just like
That's
right
it.
Here. Alright.
And this is the Südschleife. You're welcome. As the guys are getting ready, well, parking up, let's see what this is. Is this an old Marshall post or something? I don't know. Doesn't look like it, but it may have some significance.
How'd you do that?
Why wasn't I filming this?
Oh, shoes have like no grip.
It's down again.
What?
Are you gonna be able to come with us?
I'm going home. I'm going home. I can't do it.
Okay, my third attempt to try to show you the banking. The camera actually very well, it's hard to see it.
Sit down and show Uncle the bottom of your shoes. Sit down and show me your shoes. You wearing slicks? He's got slicks on too, Unks. Oh, he's going.
Yep.
It's weird. You were literally just like wearing the right shoes.
You wanna try again?
It was as if you were drunk. Yeah, right? Still haven't recovered.
Max, I wouldn't stand next to Uncle.
Maximus, stay away from Uncle. You're falling.
Anyway, could we appreciate the banking for a bit? Yeah, cool. Oh yeah.
Shake it off, quick!
It's a very nice downhill, too bad we don't have any sleds on us. A quick history, Südschleife was built together with Nordschleife. What was that? This whole downhill section that we've been walking is actually an uphill section, because the cars would actually travel in opposite direction. And if you think that Kesselchen and Klostertal is kind of uphill part, well, I think this one a bit more difficult. Okay, now that it is less windy and less loud because the kids are back for now, I may grab this opportunity to tell you more about the history of Südschleife. It was built together with the Nordschleife as the Nürburgring complex back in 1927, and up until 1931 they were driving the full track like we have now at VLN. We have the GP track and Nordschleife combined. Up until 1931 they were driving the full 28-kilometer track together. After that, well, you all know Second World War happened, and I believe that the Südschleife was also damaged slightly together with Nordschleife because the Allied forces were stationed here, but it was restored in 1947. and shortly after the races started going again. Now, it was never actually really popular, and it's the same what we have nowadays with the GP track, for the same reason that the Nordschleife is a lot more impressive, more dangerous, more, how should I say, inviting, well, more special, you know what I mean. And just like the GP track, Südschleife was also not that popular back at the time. It was also very dangerous. Well, as you can see, it's actually pretty much the same layout as you had back in the days. This means no guardrails. Especially this very fast hill climb that I just told you about is, well, let's call it challenging. Challenging, especially back in 1930s, or for that matter, even 50s, 60s. In 70s and 71, just like the Nürburgring, like the Nordschleife, the Südschleife was slightly rebuilt. They added guardrails to it because I believe in 69, after 69, the Formula 1 drivers boycotted the Nordschleife, the Grand Prix of Nürburgring, because they said it was way too dangerous, because back in the day you didn't have any safety zones. You still have a couple of some gravel traps, and now you have guardrails, but before that you only had hedges. Yes, hedges. Remember, long time ago I went to Opa's truck, who is like, he's by now probably 87 or 88 years old, and he has an amazing cafe at the Breitscheid entrance where you can get amazing schnitzel or currywurst. But anyway, he's one of the, well, his father helped to build the Nordschleife, but himself, he was a gardener at the Nordschleife and maintaining those hedges. I mean, this is amazing. Like nowadays we can say, what's your job? I'm a taxi driver. Oh, but at the Nürburgring, and what are you doing? I'm a gardener, but at Nordschleife or Südschleife. Yeah, so because of going back to the story, initial story of the boycott of the Formula 1 drivers, they rebuilt it, they added some safety standards, but it took only 4 years, because in 71 the Formula 1 came back, and in 76 Niki Lauda crashed, which you can all see in the movie Rush. There was also Apex buildings in that movie, but anyway, you can know. If you don't know the story, just make sure to watch that movie. It's an amazing movie, one of the best ones. I think I even left the cinema with tears in my eyes. But anyway, the thing is, in 1976, after Niki Lauda crashed, that's it. Formula 1 has left the building, and Nürburgring management, or the government, because back at the time it was government owned, really wanted to maintain the GP, the Grand Prix of Nürburgring, and they decided to build the GP track that you all know, which has been built and has been going since 1984. In 1976, I believe, was the last, 1975 was the last event that took place on, took place on Südschleife alone, which was the Formula 3 race back at the time. And well, after the GP track was built in 1984, this is what has become of the Südschleife ever since. And I'm very happy, happy. It pleases my petrol-head heart that it still remains up until this day, that you can, as you can see, you can just come here and walk and find some hidden gems. And at this point, unfortunately, fortunately for the scenery, everything is covered in snow, so there's not much that we can show you. But yeah, another part, well, this you can also get here by car, but another part is actually actual public road nowadays, and it still has the exactly same corner. So I don't think we're gonna get there today, because the total length would be like 7 kilometers, and that's okay for me to run, but I don't think that kids would want to walk that. And although I would think that it would be an issue for kids, but I might be wrong, but still, out of precaution, let's just...
Can you make me a snowball?
A snowball? Mm-hmm. Sure. Can we make him a snowball? Yeah, let's make him a snowball. Can you hold the camera, please?
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da, a snowball.
But more bigger.
More bigger?
Yes.
You're very demanding, actually. Ugh. This is Südschleife. It's a small track, so it needs to be small snowball. If we go to Nordschleife, it will be bigger. So it's bigger than your head. So
You missed the first snow burrito.
Is that a snow burrito?
Yeah.
Nice.
Or sushi.
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
So now we can see the old tarmac of the track. Oh!
Let's do a repair. We need to do a repair.
And these are the preparations for 2019 VLN race by Apex team. 2020 24-hour race. I hope we won't get any snow, but who knows? I mean, 2016 we had a hailstorm, so could be anything, huh?
You know what's happening, Tim, is your foot, you need to get to the side.
Yeah, I know.
Just go to the
Yeah, you remember last time what happened when you tried to slow down a big moving object in snow?
Misha, you ready?
Well, there are some car tracks here, so maybe someone gonna be coming back at some point, and then there is this.
Go, Annalise, go! Good job! Taken out. They both got taken out. He just did the happiness. Wonder how much that weighs. A lot. No. Exactly a lot. There might be a whole car in this. I think this is a Volkswagen up right here. How does it feel? I'll push it on you. Yeah, I'll lay that. Give me a comparison. Stable. Hang on, need your pad, Okay, let's do it this way.
And after some team effort, and unfortunately I couldn't film it because I was involved in the team effort, we are back in business.
Guys, this might go down. Don't go underneath it. Tim fell over in front of it.
Misha, put that camera down.
We need you. Typical TF. Misha videoing something. We're all... Go.
Oh! Well, at least I got Trevor falling on camera this time.
Go get Trevor.
You want to sing it a lullaby?
When I could.
Yeah, you look good together.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Got it. Oh.
That's it.
Alright, I say we go up the hill now, guys.
Say bye to Snowman.
Bye.
Well, that was fun. In the meanwhile, we are back at Apex and we're continuing the installation of the suspension of the M4. And look at that, we took away the, well, actually Tim took out the stock shock of the M4. And you would think a BMW, which is like brand new, costs over 100,000 euros in some countries, and most of the, pretty much everywhere. Yeah, and then has this type of suspension, where suspension is everything. And this is for comparison. Quite some difference, I would say. Let alone speaking of adjustments, but yeah, that's a nice extra. But yeah, I mean, the type of material that they use.
You can't really even compare it, can you?
No, it's. I would think this would be like something for like a E36 318 or something.
Basically the same as the one that counts to 218, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Sad,
Similar.
but the massive improvement that we're gonna witness. And a quick fast forward, and a while later, the back suspension is installed as well. There is not much you can see here. Well, you can see the shock, and then you can see the eye-box spring over here. But the most fabulous thing, what I always like about this type of suspension, are the extended reservoirs, which are mounted here in the back for easy reach. Well, at this point, the car is on the lift, obviously, so it's pretty hard to reach. But the most interesting thing is, like, after working with Robert for a year, I know that make sure to stay always awake when you're near him, because I went for a nap, and sometimes it happens that he buys a car when I wake up an hour later, but this time this happened. Yep. Well, we told you already earlier that delivery is gonna go, but now it's certain. So there's that. What else can I say? It's gonna remain in the blue color, Amazing Story blue. That's it, I guess. That's it for today as well. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in tomorrow's vlog, where we probably gonna, tell you more about our cars. And by the way, this car is for sale. Yep. So stay tuned for tomorrow. But if you want to be a quick buyer, as it is, together with everything, for 30,000 euros.